State University College of Law. AJ is passionate advocate for education, youth empowerment, and community development. His exceptional achievements and dedication to making a positive impact him a dis- make him a distinguished and inspiring figure in his community. Join me in welcoming our keynote speaker for this year's 12th graduation exercises, Mr. Agripino John Patrick M. Gaan.
Malamig ka na. Maturnik, labas prakad daw.
Thank you so much. You may now take your seats. First of all, I would like to greet, of course, a pleasant afternoon to, of course, the principal of this institution, my beloved LSD Child City Center, Ms. Leia S. De Leon, and of course, together with us is Ms. Pamolino, the OIC in charge of the North District of the District of Sibalom. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank every one of you and of course the Lord God for giving us this pleasant afternoon. Despite kaina kaaga, grabe ang uran, no? Hambang ko gani, agi basig bala karon mabasa taken kaya nakamotor lang tamon ni Papa, no? I'd also like to acknowledge, of course, my parents at the back, my mother and my father there, that accompanied me for this because this is the first time that I will be speaking in front of the graduating class. So my speech for today is entitled Payo or Advices. So ever since we were young, our parents would always tell us that they want what's best for us. Diba? Hambal permihang kinikana natin, ang ginaobra ko dyan para lang dyan sa ikamayan ninyo. Am I right? Have you heard that? Yes, indeed. And all they do is for our own sake and that they are the ones we can turn to when it seems that the world doesn't want us anymore. Today, on your graduation, I want you to reflect on these things. But before anything else, I would like you, graduates, to go to your parents and give them a tight hug before we start. So graduates, you can go to your parents or any guardians here and give them a big hug as a gratitude of how thankful you are as you finish your elementary education. Ayan, what a very heartwarming scene, seeing our graduates hugging their parents, because at the end of the day, indeed, our parents is always doing their best for us. You may now return to your seats. Few months back, Ms. Leia communicated with me that she wants me to be your keynote speaker for today. I was very grateful for the opportunity, but I am holding back. The first person I chatted, of course, like most of you will, is my stage mother. I told her that this is a lot of weight and that maybe I may not be a perfect fit. My stage mother told me that it will always be my call. Then something came to me reflecting on my academic journey so far and the hurdles I have to endure to come this far. Then I replied to Ms. Leia with a big yes, hoping that my story of perseverance, hard work, and go get that attitude will inspire you elementary graduates. I studied here in the same institution back when I was 5 years old. And I must say that LSD deserves to be where it is now, as a hub and haven for learning and academic excellence. I can still fondly recall my pabibo preschool self. Si Mama, maagtol lang na dyan sa LSD, kaya ang bata na tanabaw, nakapasukol rin kang ana nga bayo, no, para sa ana nga drum and lyre, sa school theatrical play, sa coronation bilang bearer, kag damo-damo lang gid baw do halos, nga tanan nga pwede nga intrahan, nagya sa LSD, ginintrahan ko gid. Kag daradara ko gid rian asta sa kadya. Little did I know that this institution is preparing me for greater things, and despite the limitations of my parents always wanted me to good school like the LSD Child City Center. Today, I am not here because of myself alone, but because of the hard work of my parents and the support of the people around me. and they also deserve all the accolades and recognition. Now, I took this challenge of talking in front of you today because I myself bloomed late when it comes to academic achievement. And I am a living testament that we all have our time to bloom. And that we just have to wait for it. And this journey, I will tell you and I will share to you my parents' advice, which helped me achieve the things that I have now. In elementary, I got my first line of 7. Yes, line of 7. I can still fondly recall it was 79. And guess what subject that was? Feel nyo sa ano nga subject ang 79 ko? Very good. Math good man, guys. I got my first line 7 when I was in grade 3. And that was the only one in my entire school record up to date. I was very disappointed with myself, but I also acknowledge that indeed, basi hindi man kita sakat, wala sa math, no? Pero mga plus-plus, man-an ko man na. But despite this failure, my mama told me, okay lang ri anak, bawian talang rian sa sunod. Indeed, a single failing mark is not the end of it all. And you always have the chance to do more and maybe become better. These motivating words helped me realize that it is okay to fail at times because failing is not equivalent to failure. Failing is a process which you can always have the chance to improve. I learned how to embrace my fears with this motivation. I even finished my senior high school under the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics strand with academic distinction. Remember the famous words of Thomas Edison when he said, I have not failed. I had just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Embrace failure as a valuable teacher and let it fuel your determination to try again. I was very excited like you because I completed my elementary and I was actually first time ko makasalud sa honor roll. And grabe ako nag-glow up, nag-make up ako, nag-prepare. Tapos mas bongga pa ako make up sa amon valedictorian. Bisag 10 honors lang ako because I graduated in Sibalom Central Elementary School during my elementary. And syempre, top of my class, very excited. Okay, ma-high schooler na ako. But the first secondary school that I applied for, I was denied admission because I wasn't able to meet the grade requirement. My mama was so persistent, asking for consideration. As I was looking at her awful eyes, I can't help but actually to blame myself again because I did not study well. But my mother once again told me, okay lang rin anak, maybe this school is really not for you. It gave me hope that despite the denial, I may be up for more. That's when I realized that I need to help myself, that I need to devote more time to my studies. Sa elementary ako, habla na ako karali mama nga to, ang tuon na to sa kwarto mo kay may exam ikaw sa rumaan. Siyempre, no, ako na, habla na ako mama toon, siyempre masalit mo na ako sa kwarto, gid man. Tapos, turugan ko lang ang libro. And aside from that, I was your typical bida-bida elementary school kid, wherein every single weekend na lang, wara ako sa eskwelahan. Kay permi lang may contest, masakap si ma'am, direct na si Mr. Gaan. Ay ma'am, excuse naman siya. Pagka next week, di na si Mr. Gaan. Ay ma'am, may contest naman siya. Excuse naman siya. And then, it is me who also realized that at the end of the day, it takes hard work to excel and it also entails sacrifice. I pursued my high school under the special science curriculum in Belize National School where I was really new to the environment as I was a native of Sibalom. There are a lot of unfamiliar faces, but I know that this is the start of a fresh new academic journey. And it was in high school that I developed my study habit. Oh, di nyo kaya, may study habit rin. But at the same time, I'm your still typical bida-bida kid, excelling in extracurricular activities. In high school, I started developing my study habit. So sa elementary, my God, wala akong study habit, guys. Kasarig lang ako sa excuse and highest possible score. Kataas ako niya extracurricular. Pero nag-number 10, kuya. So, pero sa high school, I developed my study habits because I realized how important our education is. I can still recall arriving at school, maendang school at 5 o'clock, and then I will come to our home at around 6 p.m. Then I will have my early dinner, and then I will go to sleep already. And I will wake up at around 1 a.m. and I will study up until 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Because I think, as a theory, theory ko lang man, no? Basic, wala nag-work, yun man ang aking mind during that time. And I think, tested and proven man. Every time we have our departmental exams in high school, I, together with my sister Patricia, would always wake up with chocolates and chips on our tables prepared by our mother and father, intended for our studying hours. I struggled balancing my academics and my bida-bida extracurricular activities. But despite this, I was belittled. And personally heard comments that I only entered the honor roll because I ranked number 1 in the extracurricular activities. It was not a big deal for me actually, but to let my parent hear those hurtful words, that wounded me terribly. These people only see the numerical equivalent, but they are not aware of how much sacrifice and work that I need to exert to it. There are times when my papa would wake up early in the morning to look for our pamasahe kag balon. Kung baga gani, wala pa tayo nagabugtaw ang Ginoo, si papa ako tada nagalibot rin, kay wala kami ti pamasahe pa eskwelahan. And kami mismo nga magburok to, naghahambal kami kay mama, kay papa nga, okay lang rian nga wala kami ti balon, basta may pamasahe lang kami kag may igma lang. And usually kung ano ang ginabahaw naman, I can still recall gid yang nga sa subong ginakaon man Japon. Ang meatloaf, kay di ba ang meatloaf bisan di mo nang pagraon, pagka tag-irigma, pwede man siya punta na makaon. Amo kita always naman na ginaobra. Kag ginahambalan naman si mama si papa nga okay lang rian kung wala kami ti balon, basta gusto lang gid naman nga makaeskwela. I, together with my siblings, never complained about our situation. We know how to understand and make the most of what we have. I know that all of this will make sense in the end. But despite the doubts and the insults of the people who is not believing in me, I persevered and tried my best not to prove them wrong because I'm not living for them, but actually to prove to myself that I can do it. In my last year in junior high school, I topped all of our 4 quarters of the school year and even topped my math examinations and graduated as class valedictorian. God is indeed so good. I was doing this while being the president of the Supreme Student Government and the editor-in-chief of the school publication. Bawid-bidagin man gali ako, no? But the blessings from above were overflowing. This rejected incoming high school freshman was also awarded as one of the outstanding pupils and students of Antique in the secondary level and was chosen to respond on behalf of the awardees. Truly, Mama was right. Maybe I was denied, but God has better plans for me. In college, I got a full scholarship. In senior high school, I got a full scholarship to a private institution to pursue my senior high school. I must admit, I was afraid of getting exposed in a much busier environment in San Jose de Buena Vista. Grabe, first day pa lang, I felt so small seeing all my classmates coming from private junior high school. And ako, bisan di niya manupatihan, hipusan ako that time. Not until I went out of my shell and ran as the representative of the entire grade 11 and the only one coming from public school. I was just trying my luck and show my genuine desire to serve the studentry. And guess what? Your bida-bida kid won the election. The next year, I was eyeing, since gabi ganun sobra ka bida-bida, no? The next year, I was eyeing to run for the presidential post. And I told my mama again, Ma, okay lang ayhan. Basig bala ako maperdi ako kay mas duro daan ang mga taga-private school. My stage mother replied, okay lang ri anak. Just try and never stop trying. I followed my mother's advice and tried because there are no harms in trying and taking risks at the end of the day. You'll have plenty of lessons from trying. With over the 2,000 plus population of St. Anthony's College High School Department, I emerged victorious as being elected as the president of the student government. Indeed, once again, my mama was right. Embracing the philosophy and trying again allows us to approach setbacks with resilient mindset and remember that failure is not a permanent condition, but rather a stepping stone towards growth and achievement. Taking risks is an essential ingredient in the recipe of success. Great accomplishments rarely come without venturing into the unknown. It is through risk-taking that we expand our horizons and discover our true capabilities and uncover our untapped potential. While risks involve uncertainty, they also offer opportunities and tremendous rewards in personal development. Tracing all these accomplishments back, I can still vividly recall how I balanced my leadership roles in my academics. I would always complain to mama nga, Ma, kapoy-kapoy, nagid ko yung stress, nagid ko ginpatawag naman ko di sa muni, may seminar naman kami. Do kumbaga, si mama rin lang mayawan kalaba, kabayo ko, kaya ang bata na, bago kada weekend din lang, may ginaaktunan, no? And, hambalang kanakan ni mama, sige lang bala na, enjoy the things that you do. My parents never failed to show me support and love when I needed it the most, especially the times when I am already questioning my worth if I would still pursue my leadership positions. My papa would always fetch me late at night in school because I still have to prepare for a school event the next morning, or he will have to wake up early in the morning to go to the terminal for me to catch up an early morning flight for a congress or a summit. I am telling you this because I want you to know that you can still excel by enjoying your passions and the things that you love. Your passion will never serve as a hindrance in your studies, as this will keep you more motivated and achieve greater things. I must say that I have lived my life with purpose, and most of the valuable lessons have been taught by the stories of the people I've met and the inspiration that I got from exposing myself to a lot of communities. Time lapse. I am now in college, and I was one of the fortunate Filipino students to get into the University of the Philippines. My journey in UP started so rough. Despite the study habits that I have developed when I was in high school, I still can't cope up with the intelligence and brilliance of everyone in the room I entered. First semester in UP, that was very heartbreaking because that was the first time that I have to leave home for my school. I was crying in the comfort room. I can still vividly recall the scenario. I was crying in the comfort room of our dormitory, and I was calling and chatting my mama, saying to her that, Ma, basi hindi man dyan na para kanaka ng UP, kag basi dyan pa ako maalang-alangan kag hindi ako ka-graduate. And here, grabe dyan niya struggles. I was already giving up. But my mama again told me, sige lang bala na, no pressure gid love ka gid naman. Aside from the academic pressure that I have to deal with, I also have to deal with my homesickness. I was always yearning for my papa's prepared breakfast and his top-tier estofado and lechon paksiw. This was the first time that I had to stay away from my family for good education. And to you, I know very soon that you might be in that situation too. And I know that this is very hard for both you graduates, and to your parents to be away from you. And it's okay to cry, and remember that you are there because you are fighting for your dreams, and that you are fighting for your future. Going back to almost giving up in UP, ever since, my parents never pressured me to study or to excel. They don't mind my ranking in the honor roll as long as they see me do my best and see me grow into the responsible person that I am right now. I found beauty in the way my parents instilled in me those values, especially living life without any pressure, because I became more responsible, navigating real life situations and understanding the importance of education. My mom never pressured me about my grades either. I am very open with the struggles and hurdles that I am facing with my parents, and that they are always my safe space, telling me that no matter what happens, whatever the results may be, you will always be our best son. With this, I am able to work hard and persevere to give my parents the recognition they deserve because of their hard work. My sister Patricia, which is my very best friend, would share the same sentiment with me that with no pressure and just solid support and foundation, my sister actually 2 weeks ago also graduated as a cum laude with a degree in applied mathematics. So to you graduates, always remember that your parents will always be there for you and will always be proud of you. Indeed, they only want you to succeed and they only want what's best for you. Finally, by far, the best advice my parents gave me would always be to stay grounded. To stay grounded means to have a firm foundation, both in terms of your values and your connection to reality. It involves maintaining a sense of humility, remaining true to yourself, and keeping your ego in check. When you stay grounded, you are aware of your strengths and your accomplishments, but you also acknowledge your limitations and understand that there are always more to learn and to achieve. Staying grounded helps you avoid becoming overly consumed by success, fame, or any material possessions. It reminds you to stay focused on what truly matters in life, and that is building meaningful relationships and contributing to your community and pursuing your own personal growth. By staying grounded, you resist temptation of letting external factors define your self-worth and instead prioritize inner fulfillment and contentment. Moreover, staying grounded enables you to maintain a perspective during both good times and the challenging moments that when faced with success, staying grounded help you remain humble, appreciative, and grateful for the opportunities and support that have contributed to your achievements. It prevents you from developing a sense of entitlement and encourages you to recognize and acknowledge the efforts of others who have played a role in your accomplishments. Now, I am in law school and hopes to become a lawyer in the near future. And I still live with these pieces of advice from my parents. They still remind me that I am supported and loved every single day. Karuya man, basig lang hibiin dyan ako ni mama, no? Pero adlaw-adlaw, gina-baby-baby, dyan punta ka ni mama. But I'm always kilig every single day. So to you, I want you to know that you will always have your people. May it be your parents, your guardians, your titas, your titos, or your grandmother or grandfather, or it can be your friends that will support and love you unconditionally. And remember that success is always sweeter when it is shared. Congratulations! Let's give a hand to our parents and our guardians. Saludo gid ako sa inyong pagpalangga kag pagsakripisyo. Just like my mama and my papa, I know that it was not easy raising a bida-bida kid, but they raised me the best way they know how. Finally, congratulations, graduates. You have accomplished so much, and your potential knows no bounds. As you spread your wings and soar to new heights, remember that the world is waiting for you to leave a mark. Each one of you possesses talents and abilities that can change lives inspire others, and shape a brighter tomorrow. Believe in yourselves, for you are capable of greatness. So go forth with confidence, courage, and curiosity. Embrace the challenges that come your way because they are the stepping stone to your growth. Embrace the differences in others, for they hold the keys to understanding and unity. And above all, embrace your own potential because you have what it takes to change the world. I am rooting for you as you bloom, and may you enjoy your journey. And maybe one day, you'll have your trip down the memory lane too. Duro-duro gid nga salamat sa kagayunan and congratulations LSD Batch 2023. Padayon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gaan, for inspiring and motivating, especially our graduating class, with your message this afternoon. Thank you for taking the time to be with us.